All right, I did promise you there would be other kinds of tissues, and we're finally there. Let's learn about connective tissues. Now, let's learn about the general parts of connective tissues, and then we'll, in the next section, meet each of the individual kinds. So connective tissues, their job is to support and protect organs and structures in the body and then bind organs and tissues together. They connect things. So a lot of things that you would think about as connective tissue are connective tissue, like tendons and ligaments. They hold bones to each other or muscles to bones. Body fat, very important for protection in addition to energy storage. Body fat is going to cushion structures in the body. Cartilage and bone are also connective tissues. They literally hold things together. And blood is also a connective tissue. Because it carries nutrients from one place to the other, it connects those structures with those nutrients. Now, all connective tissue contains a specific type of cells plus protein fibers and then something called ground substance. Ground substance, you can just think of it as like the background goo, okay? It's a non-living material, it's not cellular. It's protein and carbohydrate molecules, and it just kind of fills in the space, okay? The protein fibers and the ground substance are the extracellular matrix produced by the cells in the connective tissue. A lot of connective tissue has very few cells, and so that's why some of them heal very, very slowly. Each type of connective tissue has a specific function, and of course they're going to look different because of their different functions. So once you see them, they're going to be very, very readily recognizable because they do have very distinct functions. Now, all connective tissues developed from a special kind of tissue called mesenchyme. Mesenchyme is a type of stem cells. And all other connective tissues are going to arise from these mesenchymal cells. The mesenchymal cells are the ones that actually do mitosis. The other connective tissues don't do mitosis. They can't replace themselves. They have to be replaced by the mesenchymal cells. They're constantly doing mitosis. Mesenchyme first develops very early in a developing embryo, but then you maintain mesenchyme throughout your life. It's present even all the way through adulthood. And mesenchyme contains what we call multipotent stem cells. Potent meaning it has the potential, and multipotent meaning it has the potential to become many things. These are distinct from the cells in the earliest embryo, which are totipotent stem cells, meaning they could become anything. Multipotent stem cells are going to become a specific group of things. So in this case, any type of connective tissue. So this is our generalized image of a connective tissue. It has all the different things that we see in connective tissues. Now we're going to have different amounts of things in different tissues. So they're all going to have ground substance, which is just sort of the background. It kind of looks like it's not there. We have protein fibers, and different tissues are going to have different amounts of these protein fibers. So if something is very stretchy, it's going to have lots of elastic fibers. Things that are stronger have more of these broader fibers that are made up of the protein collagen. Reticular fibers are going to be in a specific type of connective tissue, and they kind of make a network or a reticulum. Remember, reticulum means a network. So these fibers create that network. Again, all of this is extracellular matrix made by the cells in the tissue. The mesenchymal cells are going to be part of the tissue, or in some cases, they're going to be around the tissue. That's going to be beyond the topic of this class. You'll learn more about that later. Blood vessels are going to go actually not through a lot of our connective tissues. A lot of our connective tissues don't have blood vessels in them. Macrophages are a special type of immune cell that does phagocytosis. It's a big cell that does phagocytosis. So macrophage, big eater. These are going to be constantly patrolling tissues to seek out and break down any kind of foreign substance or potential pathogen that might show up. Then we've got adipocytes, which we're only going to see in fat, adipose connective tissue. Adipose is fat tissue. And then we have the fibroblasts. And the fibroblasts are the actual cells that produce all of the extracellular matrix. These are the cells of the connective tissue. All right, so in the next section, we're going to learn all the different types of connective tissue and how we distinguish one from another and what their different functions are.